Hi everyone. Whenever you give interview as product owner, business analyst, and product manager, you usually face this question: how do you get the requirement? Because the moment you give introduction, then also okay, my core part is getting the requirement. So the first question usually and every time if you go in any interview, the interviewer asks this question: how do you get the requirement? Right. So in today's session, we're talking about what's the best approach, best way to answer of this question, and how to get the requirement in our day-to-day activities. So let's go ahead. Quick intro about me. I am Maninder Rathod. I experienced 10 years of experience as a business analyst, product owner, product manager. Additional skills I have like product manager and scrum master. I help people, business and technical team to interact in layman language, and I'm responsible to deliver and 100% customer satisfaction so that the customer goal can be achieved. That's a quick update from my side. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now the best approach to get the requirement that you can divide this answer into the two sections. One is like first, I would like to understand the customer. Second, I would like to understand the problem then, right? So first we'll talk about how to understand the customer, what kind of steps you have to take, and what kind of topics you have to cover so that you ensure the customer, your understanding regarding the customer has been fulfilled. Let's go ahead. How, like, first of all, why do you understand the customer, right? So before start building any product, we should aware who is your customer, right? And for example, there is a customer name is Bajaj Auto, right? So now we have to understand who's the customer. Like, for example, Bajaj Auto is your customer, then you have to understand what kind of services they provide, who is their customer's customer, right? What kind of product Bajaj Auto has? Like maybe they are in two-wheeler, three-wheeler, they also in four-wheeler Qt, right? A small car. So in two-wheeler, what kind of? They're in Bajaj Pulsar. They have like KTM in two-wheeler. In three-wheeler, they have like auto in EV and petrol, right? So it would be good if you have this kind of understanding regarding customer. That will help you to understand customer's problem, customer's ecosystem, right? Customer environment, right? So those are the core part. And another part, we want to understand customer, that why they have chosen us or other competitors, right? So from this perspective, we would like to understand that they have some expectations, right, from us, which our competitors are not able to fulfill, right? So those are to we have to fulfill and go for the 100% customer satisfaction. Now let's go ahead. Now start the introduction. So our first topic was like understanding the customer. So whenever we at initial time when we go and interact with the customer, so we say, okay, I start setting up some interview session and workshop session. So don't just call it like interview. Interview is like monotonous regarding this. Okay, someone will be asking the question and you have to respond, right, as answer. And at the end of this, will be pass and fail, right? Either you will be selected or not selected, and you will be judged based on your answers. But that is not the case in between the moment we get the requirement from the customer, right? So from customer, it is about customer interaction, customer conversation, right? So that's the good word, I would say. Now, so we'll be covering these three topics: introduction, building relationship, and ethnography. Let's go ahead. Introduction. So as introduction should not only be limited till the role. So for example, hey, I am Maninder Rathod, I am business analyst. Hey, I am Maninder Rathod, I am product manager. No, it should go beyond that. Okay, hey, I am Maninder Rathod, I'm business analyst, I'm helping business translate the business knowledge or language into the technical, right? And from vice versa, I am a middleman. I'm a journalist, right? And I put my foot into the customer shoes so that I understand all customer requirements. I help. So you have to use this kind of help, what kind of impact you are putting to the organization, like those kind of word or description you have to provide with your role or initial introduction. And same kind of expectation you should also have from the customer side as well, because customer, maybe he's from other in the industry, right? He is not aware what is the meaning of scrum master, right? What is the meaning of product owner. Of course the project manager terminology is common, so he will have some understanding, but like don't assume that by just telling your role, the customer will be able to understand who you are, right? So good example, in right side you will see this picture. So once American president visited NASA, and he saw one person who was cleaning, who is sweeping the floor, right? So he asked, hey, casually he asked, okay, hey, what are you doing? And janitor and the sweeper said, okay, hey, I am helping put a man on the moon. Oh my God, right? So that's a very that's it means he is aligned with the NASA's goal, the company's goal, right? So that is how, what kind of help or value you are adding to the organization. In this way, our introduction should be, so it would be very impactful. Second, we as a business analyst, product owner, product manager, we should build a different kind of relationship with the customer. So relationship term like master apprentice relationship, doctor patient relationship, and advocate and victim relationship. Now, first, let's go for a master apprentice relationship. So, like when we about to pass the college or we start our job, right? So we initially for 3 months, 6 months, we do the internship. So internship, apprenticeship, what is our core work? So core work is like we will be there will be a senior assigned to us, and we will be behind him. We will be observing him, right? So in similar way, from the customer perspective as well, we should ask question in that way that okay, first we should observe him. For example, he's okay, we submit a form. Sir, customer, can you please show that form and how you fill that? The moment you're filling the form, okay, is it a input field or it is a kind of a drop down, right? You choose from some. So that you can only identify when you follow that your customer, right? So whatever he is doing, how he is doing, right? Because the same thing you have to automate, you have to digitize, right? You have to manipulate and provide a solution, right? So that's why this master and apprentice relationship very important, in between like us, you as a product owner, manager, or business analyst, and customer, right? So why this is second, doctor and patient relationship. So here like so in master apprentice, master is your customer, apprentice is you, because you have to learn, you have to observe. And in doctor and patient relationship, like you are a doctor now, right? And your customer has a problem, right? So he is a patient. So as a patient, we visit to the doctor, we said okay, I have a problem in my stomach, right? So and the doctor say, oh, you have problem in the stomach. And then what you ate in last night? He said, I had some spicy dinner, right? And it's not on last yesterday. It's been a week I'm facing this problem. So then say, okay, I mean, before 3 months, 6 months earlier, you have had the same problem, right? What kind of solution you took? Where you visited? Do you have some kind of reports, right? So doctors analyze on the deeper level, and doctor knows that's this in pain in the stomach. That is not a problem. That is not a root cause, right? Root cause something different. He had some spicy food. Maybe the food whatever he ate, that is not suitable for his body. So that is a pain point, right? The pain which he is saying, okay, which is happening in the stomach, that is a impact, right? Or what we call, of course, that is an impact of having this problem, right? So okay, then third part is like advocate and victim relationship. In this way, like when there is a victim and he's okay, I did not commit that crime, but still there is some charges on me. And so in this case, advocate try to understand all incident, right? Where you were, what you were doing, right? And how, and so he has to understand everything, what you were, what you did there, right? So that he can understand every situation, he can empathize, do the all study, and then go to the court, because in court there will be counterpart, and he is a victim, right? He is not. So you have to, as an advocate, you have to present represent your victim into the court, right? So in a similar way, as a business analyst, product owner, product manager, you are a customer advocate, right, in front of dev team and IT, because every time customer will not be able to come there, right? So you on behalf of the customer, you have to do the advocacy, and in this case, you should be a customer for the IT team, right? And so before that, you have to empathize. Then only you can answer all questions, right? Help them to understand all process to the IT team, and developers. So that these relationships are very important. Of course, these are words relationship, but by having these kind of a relationship, you will be getting a lot of requirement, right? Problem side, process understanding, right? So this is very important. Third step, ethnography. So this is, I like this word, ethnography concept. So what is ethnography? Ethnography is understanding customer in their own environment, right? Now, for example, we have this phone pay, UPI, Google Pay, right, which we use now. There are multiple use case, right? Multiple environment. There are different option of phone pay and Google Pay we use, right? So for example, we visit to the like sabji mandi, and then shop, and then we ask, okay, can you please go 2 kilogram orange? And there's a one shop vendor, he's alone, there are multiple customers are there. Okay, he says, okay, here is your 2 kg orange, and you have to pay 200 rupees. You simply open your phone pay, scan the QR code, and just pay. Oh, this is done. That's fine, great. Now, instead of this, for example, if he does not have this QR code, he's okay, you do the phone number, right? So you will ask 2 to 3 times, okay, is this the correct phone number? He will say 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, right? You will cross check. Sometimes it is 500 rupees, you have to answer 1 rupees and confirm is it the correct number. Now you see how much time it is taking to just pay that amount, right? And there are a lot of multiple people are into the queue. So it would be very difficult for the vendor, like vegetable vendor, to manage. And so that's why the phone pay come up with this all multiple options. He has understood there will be a customer, there will be my customers who will be using phone pay in different environment, right? In different ethnography. So that ethnography phone pay has done very well. Another use case, this to contact, transfer money to contact means like my friend called me, okay, my bro, Manendra, I want 10k rupees. Can you please transfer? Okay, let me transfer. I just go to contact and just search his name and then done. Right? I don't need the QR code. Like, I will not ask, okay, please send me your QR code and I will pay. No, I know his. So that's another use case, right? Now, second, third, another environment or thing, my father is asking for 2 lakh rupees. Now you have to transfer, right? So UPI has a limit of 1 lakh rupees, but still phone pays go beyond this UPI limit and say, okay, has that you can also transfer the money into the account as well. So that's a very, and this fourth case, right? It's your phone pay, but you have multiple banks, but in another bank account, your EMI would be deducting, right? So you have to transfer immediately some money to other account. You can also transfer to your account as well. So you see, you PhonePe has ensured that you don't need to go anywhere. We have covered all your use cases. We have done ethnography very well, so that all in whichever environment you are, you can use a phone pay, right? So that's called ethnography. So whenever we talk to the customer, right, it's not okay we were just okay sitting there just getting the requirement. No, we have to ask where are you, right? Where are you facing this problem exactly? Where my software or product you are asking, where it would be utilized, right? Maybe sometimes the application will be utilized in some rural area. There is no network. So what is the meaning of building the application, right? But in this case, you have to build a offline application, right? So they collect the data and push in every 1 hour whenever customer into this network area, right? So that's very important. So sometimes one of my relative, they are into this woman welfare and they go visit to the rural areas and collect the document, right? So they have the mobile application. Now in mobile application, there are a couple of fields, Aadhaar number, mobile number has to fill, and then there will be OTP will be coming, right? So application is working fine, but the other problems are OTP is not there because they don't have phone, right? So phone pay number, the husband phone number is given, but husband is not there at the home. Yeah. And then you have my relative has to call to that his husband and then okay, get OTP. Sometimes phone is there, phone is not charged. You're getting a point, right? And that then my relative is very frustrated. Okay, what is this bullshit government is doing? Why everything is online? It was good that offline were there. But you see in this whole ecosystem, it is not a problem of the application is working very well, right? And you just go put the forfeit, submit, done. But filling, there is no data to fill into this application, right? So people are blaming to the application or government, but there is other problem is this availability of data. So that part government or the application developer or owner has to see and identify how this can be resolved, right? So that it will be whole happy or win-win situation. So that is what I want to spend good amount of time on ethnography. Similar lithography like tiger example, right? So you will see different behavior of tiger in different ecosystem or environment. So when tiger is in zoo, he's very monotonous, like he will just walk from one corner to another corner, right? When tiger in circus, he is very trained from childhood. He is very trained, and now whatever command his master will give, he will follow, right? But you want to see the real behavior of of a tiger, you have to visit jungle, right? Don't try that. So that is what we call ethnography. One more good example in this is MRI machine example of ethnography. So once MRI machines executive visited to some medical or hospital, right? There he has seen a very sad scenario. There was one kid of around 7 to 8 years, and he was crying. And oh, I don't want to go into this machine. What is this hole? It is hell, not a hole. It's hell, right? So no, to put into this machine, doctors was giving him anesthesia, right? So oh my god. So when executive saw this whole scenario, he said, okay, to use my product, my customer has to take anesthesia. No, this is not correct. They did this ethnography. They come up with a solution. They change the UI if you see it right side, right? So now it's kind of ride, right? The theme ride. The kid will enjoy, and he want to stay inside this whole machine or the theme ride as much as he can. So that's how they have not changed any functionality of MRI machine, but they have understood the situation, right? And they did this change. Okay, so far we discussed about understanding customer. So hope you have got proper understanding like how you should understand the customer and how you should answer into the interview, so that he will have some perspective. Okay, it is not just some rough or vague answers. These are some practical examples you have given. Now, second part, understanding. Second and final part is understanding the problem. Now that understanding the process we already discussed, ecosystem we already discussed. Now asking the right questions, that is very important to identify the problem sooner. I'm not asking. It doesn't mean that okay, you should limit yourself to asking the questions, but your questions should be related to the problem, right, or to the customer. So that's a good line. Is like asking good questions leads better conversion. Better conversion leads better insights, and better insights helps to build great products, right? So that's a very good line regarding right to asking right questions. Now, apart from this, we'll take two more examples. Then we'll go for this core concept jobs to be done. Right now, you see here the why problem exists, and the milkshake is the example we'll take. So you might have heard about the milkshake. That's a very popular example. So it's regarding the McDonald's. They were their sales team were identifying how we can boost the milkshake, like boost the sales. They did a lot of things. They did okay, let's change the flavor, add multiple flavors, right? But one of sales guy, they identify okay, I see or a milkshake is selling more in morning time, in from 6 to around 9. Oh, I see why. Then they ask their customers. They visit a customer, they took appointment. Okay, hey sir, um, why? Where you go? Why do you purchase or milkshake apart from the other breakfast? Oh, why should I purchase other breakfast? I am a corporate guy. After 30 kilometers, and my office there, right? It's far, and from one hand I can easily drive the car, and then maybe on the other I can easily pick the milkshake, right? I can have a sip and I can keep into the car. I can easily drive. If I take other breakfast, I have to clean my hands. I have to stop my car, right? Maybe I have to take water. So that's why, and it's it's like 30 or 40 kilometer far, the distance my office. So it's boring, right? The drive is boring, but by having this milkshake, it's helping to pass my time. So so that was a very great insight from customer that the sales guy has learned, and then they really focus on how can we improve that milkshake, that it can be stay better for maybe some 1 kilometer, or half an or maybe like 1 hour or 30 kilometers for when customer uses it. So they try to thick the milkshake, and they discard that kind of and thin for some small kids. So that's a great insight. Instead of changing the flavor, so that's the identify real problem. These were the symptoms, right? So my stomach, I have problem in stomach, that is symptoms, that is not root cause. So in the same way, when you identify the root cause, then it would be easy for you to work on the real root cause and problem, else you'll be working for the other problem. Another point, like, is this the problem solving worth? So I will give an example of Project Loon. That is Google project. It was a Google project. Google was aiming to provide an internet into the where internet is not there currently, right? So they want to connect people, but where in rural area, right, in hills area. Uh, but the moment you see, right, in New Zealand, all people are very educated. They have all infrastructures. Maybe in other hills area also, there people are there, right? They have money as well, so maybe they can pay for this kind of project, this kind of internet activities, right? And they can use. But in other area, African and maybe some Indian area, right, in high rural areas, people does not have food to eat, water to drink, right? They don't want internet, they want water, they want food, right? They want light first. They don't have phone. So like, these are their first priority. Then they want to go to internet, other things. So that's why this project got stopped in 21, right? So we have to think the whatever features we are developing, is it really will be helping the customer, right? It's not about whole product, plus if we are adding any feature as well. Okay, we'll go for the last slide. I will not take too much time. So that's a core concept, job to be done. So once you complete this concept, this framework, you will be covering around more than 60% understanding. You will be having a more than 60% understanding regarding the problem, right? So I will start from right side and we will go clockwise. So what is it? Jobs to be done. It has three sections. This section talks about the job. This section talks about the pens, and this section talks about the gains. Now, when as a customer, like we'll take an Uber example, Uber, Ola, or Rapido. Uber, when you take an example, so what is the core job you want to perform, right? You want to go from home to office. That is my core job. I don't want anything else, right? I want to go from home. Someone can pick me from home and depart me there and leave me at the office. Now, that's my core job. But there are other jobs are also there, right? Emotional job and social jobs. So emotional jobs are like the moment I travel from A to B or home to office, I want a stress-free, right, commute. And I avoid frustration, delay, cancellation. I don't want rude drivers who fight for language, right? Do language barrier. I want to feel safe during the journey, right? But these are the emotional jobs. So the moment someone take a female especially that takes this ride in night, right? So their family members, okay, go safe, right? Share your location. So because they are emotionally attached with them. And third party social jobs. So you might have seen Rapido ad of Rajkumar Rao, right? So he used this Rapido bike and he reached on time. Okay, that's good perception. He's coming on the time. The same thing I'm saying. Like you will look professional and you value for the time. So this one you have to cover. So whichever product you have to think through these in this all perspective. Okay, core job is not only one. There are multiple core jobs for one product, right? Now, then we'll talk about the pen. What kind of pen the customer is having if there is no Uber or Ola, right? So first of all, availability, right? So they will not have availability and the home whatever they are available, right? Maybe if their home is like far, maybe 15 to 20 minutes walk, right? So they have to walk in morning. If you are well suit dressed or if you're a lady, then you have the high heels, right? It will be hard to walk for 15 to 20 minutes, right? And in morning you're already late. So this is really a very pain point. And then you when you go there, you fight for the price. He's okay, I will take 300 rupees, but yesterday you went by 150 rupees, right? So it's very bargaining is there. And but you are getting late, you have to pay 250 rupees at least. And then a lot of delay, inaccuracy, you have to, if there is no Google map, you have to guide the driver, right? There is a trust issue. You can't trust him if it is late evening or night, right? And how, what is the comfortable or experience? So these all are the customer's pain in terms of Uber, right? And the last part is again, what kind of gain customers want? Like he wants to on time arrival, and then pricing should be fair, should be comfortable, safety, and seamless. So these are the gains. So once you put your everything study into this, it means you have achieved your around more than 60% of your problem you have understood, and later on you can deeper dive. So I think that this was all everything. And thank you very much for seeing this video and session. I would be very happy if you can subscribe my channel, like, share, and comment what new topic you want to see under my next. Thank you very much. Thank you.